Hi there. So let's go through the website so far. I'm going to log into the separate websites. This is I haven't really prepared anything. I'm just going to go through it. So I need to open up experiments where I run experiments from, and we're going to use a dummy experiment, like a super short experiment called what's this guy here, and it's essentially empty. It saves the data on the first. Well, you click and it saves the data. Let's get out of that. Okay, so flying fish. I just need to get the credentials that Jeffrey sent me. So admin and the password. That's the admin thing anyway. Jeffrey, can we have some sort of circular processing, as it were, symbol there? That would be awesome, because it just looks as if it's crashed. I'm just going to add that to Moxtra. So what's it called? Mouse icon when app.flying fish is moving on to next screen, loading stuff. Cool. Anyway, so we have this. This is the super admin, and here's a list of the approved studies. So here's the list of studies to approve. So I think instead of approve, we should have to approve, because it just makes more sense. It gives you an idea of whether or not something's in the future or in the past. Here's the released studies. So here's all the studies that have been released. I think we need a I don't see where we can cancel an experiment. So I'm just going to specify this in Moxtra as well. Can we change approve to approve? Can we change release to release? And actually I can do this myself, Jeffrey. I just need to get access to the the Bitbucket repo, and I would not actually install the app on my local machine. I would just edit the files in situation on, I guess there's a text editor in Bitbucket. So we need here we need a way to stop a study. Or is that done within experiment? I don't think it is. So I'm going to say we need a way to stop a study in release. Okay, that's all awesome. So we click here and we've got a list of all the participants that exist. And bear in mind that we'll have a parallel website, or an instance of this website for each language. We'll have a Chinese one, for example, and one for Spanish people. So there'll be independent lists of participants from those sites. Okay, so we got these three guys. We've got dashboard. We do need somewhere to see the payments that have been made. I guess we could log into PayPal and see that information, and maybe that's a way forward. But I mean, so we click on all participants, and we should really have a column here that specifies the amount that they have been paid, and I'd imagine that's fairly easy to get that from the databases. In all participants, can we have a column saying total paid? And I mean, just that sort of thing. So we really need to have an indication of okay, so we have info, but it's just a shame. So we have remuneration here. It's a shame that this information is not available within here, just to have columns here. Okay, so let's go over to the incognito window. This is for this is so I can log in as a participant, as it were. Using incognito is brilliant because it just lets you log in more than once. And I think my details were yeah. So if you get like a circle, rotating circle for busy. And we really do need participant information here. So total earned so far, for example, and yeah, I mean, there's really not a lot going on here. So we go into studies, and we can see a list of the studies which the participant can do. Let's go into experiments, and I'm going to send an experiment into flying fish. Now, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill this in with nonsense. Now, if I click submit now, we get an error message, but everything disappears. So that's a bug, because it shouldn't have disappeared. So that, and ideally we would keep the data in the screen. Well, that wouldn't be an issue if it didn't disappear. So anyway, this is a demo. Start date. I don't think that actually does anything. I'm not too sure though. Reward for participants. I guess 100%. Restriction type. Maximum age 99. Published flying fish. There's a bit of confusion here. I think what's happening is, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put in a number there. Okay, with luck, that'll work. Start date, end date, and now we're going to lose it all. Okay. 2015, 01. Okay, so fingers crossed all's good there. Click on submit. Yep, so I was successful then. And we go over to the Flying Fish app. This is the admin, super admin. If we click on approved studies, we can now see that site so that experiment I submitted is here to approve. Click on approve, and yep, all good. So we're going to release studies, so we can now see that one that we just approved here. So there's no participants in there at the moment. Let's now go over to over here, click on refresh, and we see the experiment that we just released. So I'm going to join it. And okay, so this is something we really need. This hasn't really been integrated into the app yet. These restrictions, and in actual fact, participants who are not of the appropriate age shouldn't really, who do not fit the criteria, shouldn't see studies to which they cannot take part in. And I'm tempted to. I think I'm. Oh, let's run a study first. Okay, studies. Join. No, that's the wrong one. My studies, because I've already joined that study, I think. It's this one down here. Hey Jeffrey, this needs to be sorted according to creation date. So at the top, it would if someone had taken part in 100 experiments, it would be painful for them to have to scroll down to the very bottom to get to see when they've recently joined. And unfortunately, there's no way to see. I can see all these, but I cannot see the ones that I've actually. I can't see that I've finished these. So we should have a finish box next to us, or even replacing joined with finish. Okay, so I guess I can click here. I can go to run. My status for this one is prepare. I would assume if we go back, the status for this guy is complete. Yeah. So I think we can actually get quite a lot of this information in a simple table here, and I think it would be a lot easier to. A lot less effort for the admin to and for the participant to just see all the information in one go. So flying fish devel, run. So here's the study. Click OK. All good. I'll close that now. And the status here says prepare. I have to click refresh. And you can see the status is now complete. Is it possible to make that dynamic, Jeffrey, via Ajax so that it auto updates? I wonder if this is using Ajax. There's a lot of server-side communication going on already. Anyway, so we've just done that study. Now we go back to the experiment thing, the experiment website. We go into Flying Fish Answers, and we have this is the study that was just run, and we have to rate the people who do the study. So you just one way of doing it is individually selecting the people who have taken part, or you just select everybody that you want to rate and you say everybody's good, very good, and they get if you click good, they get the base pay, and if you click very good, they'll get a bonus on top of it. We get success, so cool. As you can see, you cannot rate someone twice, which makes sense. Alright, so there's quite an interplay of technologies going on here. It's yeah, well done, Jeffrey, for that. That's very fiddly. Okay, so if we go back to status, complete. This is great. So the person knows everything now. They know they're going to get $10 for this, or whatever euros. That's whatever the local currency. We go back to Flying Fish admin, and we go to all participants. I am afraid that I think we need a way to click on. Maybe it's already built in. So Flying Fish. So in here we should really have a pay all participants feature, because at the moment what you have to do is you have to go to all participants and select the guys individually you want to pay, and unfortunately that's impossible. It's very effortful for a 100-person study, and I'm not too sure that's the most economical way of doing it, because I think if you can bulk pay people, there might be a better way of doing so. Anyway, so we just paid that person there. I just want to see payment options. Okay, so there perhaps should have been an error there when I tried to pay that person, saying that there's no PayPal account associated with it, because I'm led to believe that I paid that person, but that person will get back to me in the future and complain quite a lot that we actually haven't managed to pay them. Okay, so if I go over here, click refresh, we should see the person's been paid. Yeah, so they got a little bit of a bonus and the payment's successful. Okay, so let's sign up for a new Flying Fish account. I'm going to log out. That's all interconnected. The majority of the wiring's done. In fact, I'd imagine all the wiring's just about done. It's a question of displaying information in the database. So I'm going to do not have an account, create an account. I have to use another email address. What one arrives quickly? Some of my accounts are ages to arrive. Bristol.ac.uk. Oh, oops. So I'm going to Andy2. Oh, password. Create the terms and policy. Okay. I should get an email. Gmail. Okay, so I got an email from Flying Fish. Here we go. I don't want to open this in the current outside of incognito because it does go bananas. And I copy link address. Go up here, paste in the address. Yep, click confirm. Yeah, so I've logged that into Flying Fish already. It's into Moxtra already, Jeffrey. So I guess get rid of that. Log in. I think it's Andy2. Log in. Yep, and I'm logged in. But so this is the information. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so this is all good. Yep. Okay, so this lot needs to be linked up with the restrictions business, and so we need to ask questions like age and sex and all that. I saw in the Flying Fish super admin we can edit the questions. So I don't quite know what that's about, but I guess you've built in some functionality. You've added this feature to so it can be manipulated later on. And anyway, so we need to ask questions like age and sex and languages that you speak, and we need to link that up with the criteria from when you submit to Flying Fish. Which is down here, so you can add. Oh, we'll have to add them. So all sorts of different things you can add. 7 language. There's the A. Swahili. So you can, and also to delete them and all that. Anyway, I think that's all it really. Let's just click next. Yep. We're all there. Cool. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I'd imagine you're probably bored of me right by now. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, Mil. Unfortunately, the stop video thing has disappeared. Here it is. Stop.